Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and so far 2021 has been a pretty good year for Mezco drops, so it's going to be very hard narrowing this down, so that's why I kind of wanted to give you a rundown of the top 10 so far for this first half of 2021. But before we kick off that top 10, let me go ahead and give you a runner-up. Narrowly missing out on the top 10, I'm going to give it to the White Skull Agent. Now, is he a pretty basic figure as far as Mezco goes? Yeah, he is. He's pretty much just a mishmash of different parts that we've already seen, but you know what, I still think he's pretty cool. I do like the actual white skull. I added a white coat to mine just to make him pop a little more because I feel he needed more white on him, but I still like him as a character. I really dig the red goggles and the weapons that he does come with. I just think he's pretty cool. Again, but him being pretty basic, you know, doesn't quite make him a top 10, and then him being limited to only 500 pieces, man, he's being very sought after, and the aftermarket prices on him are rising, which makes it really crazy, and I feel super lucky to even have this figure.
Number 10.
Kicking things off at number 10, I'm giving it to the previews exclusive Hellboy. Now, to be fair, I wasn't really a big fan of that movie, but that first Hellboy figure from the Mezco 112 Collective was amazing, and I really loved it. But man, this PX exclusive is so much more badass. I love the elongated horns, the flaming sword, the extra shirt. I mean, this is just a really cool, badass piece based on not so great of a movie. But still, the articulation works very well. Beautiful sculpting. I love all the extra fiery bits that we get, even with that flamed crown is really cool. He's just such an awesome figure. That's why he gets the number 10 spot.
Number 9.
Taking the number 9 spot, I'm going to give it to Iron Fist. Now, this is one figure that I know a lot of us were going to be worried about. We were worried about the look of the spandex suit and how it was going to fit the body, and the fact that it didn't originally come with the sash belt, but they fixed that and they gave it to us, and it looks cool and it really helps out this figure. The articulation is so good. I love the different flaming effects and all the different types of weapons that he comes with. The sculpt and the paint are just super clean, and he has really become one of my favorites in my collection. For a character like this, I'm glad they gave him dynamic articulation because he really benefits from it, and he's just a badass piece. That's why Iron Fist gets the number 9 spot.
Number 8.
Taking number 8, I'm giving it to Wonder Woman. Now man, Mezco does have a pretty bad track record when it comes to female figures, but luckily they've been improving, and this Wonder Woman is definitely the best female figure from the 112 Collective line. Her articulation works a ton better than previous releases. The sculpts are gorgeous, the face, all of it looks beautiful. The paint apps are amazing. I love all the different weapons and accessories that we're getting. The different armor bits is really cool. The axe, sword, spear, shield, and even an awesome cape. I mean, this is just a beautiful piece. I am so stoked to have her. That's why she comes in at number 8.
Number 7.
Taking number 7, I'm giving it to the Black Skull Death Brigade. Now I think this is a really cool figure, and yes, much like the White Skull Agent, it's pretty basic and just a reuse of parts, but man, this is an army builder, and I feel like it's suitable for this type of character. I love the all black skull with the green eyes. It just really stands out to me. He has a very tactical look. The different weapons are really nice. I love the bazooka with the missile effects. I think that's really cool. You know, if you have an army of these guys, I think they would look so intimidating and badass on your shelf, and plus plus they got really good articulation. This is definitely the best buck that Mezco makes, and I'm super happy to see it on any figure. But I love the Black Skull. That's why it comes in at number 7.
Number 6.
Taking the number 6 spot, I'm giving it to the Pale Driver's White Krig. Now yes, I know we've gotten 2 others done in red and black, but man, the white one just stands out to me as something special. Unlike the others, we do get contrasting colors here with the white and the black. It really makes him feel better. You see the sculpt a lot more in detail, and I just think it looks really cool. He almost looks like a type of stormtrooper, whereas the red and black seem very singular in tones and in colors, and I do like them, but the white one just feels way better to me. I love this figure. It stands on your shelf as white armor, looks so cool. I love the white cloak. Everything about this figure just feels so badass. I am so happy to have another Krig figure, and he is definitely going to be a great addition to your collection.
Number 5.
Taking the number 5 spot, I'm giving it to Hazard Squad Gomez. And man, it hurt me to put this figure low on the list, or I should say mid-level, but he is such an incredible figure. First of all, he comes with a full-on dio piece. I think it's super cool that Mezco did that. All of the different weapons and interchangeable parts are really cool. I really dig that arm gauntlet that he comes with all the different attachments. And the new head sculpts really stand out as something different. I love this piece, man. Mezco has really made a character that really speaks to a lot of us. Now, I know he's not for everybody, but I love Gomez. I think he's such a cool character, and you can tell they really invest in making him one of the best figures you could possibly get in this line. I think Hazard Squad is definitely one of the best Gomez figures out there to date. That's why he takes the number 5 spot.
Number 4.
Coming in at number 4, I'm giving it to TwoFace. Oh man, I am so happy that we got TwoFace in this line. He is one of the coolest villains in all of comic books, in my opinion. But this figure is so badass. I love the soft goods suit. It is so well tailored. It is definitely one of the best suits I've ever seen in this scale. The different head sculpt showing the scarring and even his regular face. You even have one you can wrap around, I think is really cool. But man, this guy is super impressive. You have all these different weapons that are double barreled to represent the 2 parts of his identity, which is really interesting. You even got coin flipping effect pieces, which is really rad. I mean, this is such a cool character, and that's probably me being biased as a Batman fan, but I freaking love Two-Face, and I think Mezco, in my opinion, has made the best Two-Face figure you can possibly get in this scale.
Number 3.
Kicking off the top 3, I'm giving it to Dr. Fate. Now, in my opinion, Dr. Fate is the top sorcerer slash wizard slash magic user in all of comic books. I think this is one of the coolest characters ever. Now, what I really like here is that Mezco didn't go all out on the soft goods and giving it that Mezco flair. They went very simple, but giving it very Mezco flared armor bits, which I think looks super dope. I love the fact that it has an LED feature which can close the eye and the chest piece. I mean, man, this whole thing just screams badass magician. I love that fact that you get an unhelmeted head sculpt, which is really cool. The articulation works very well. His cape is so beautiful and rad, and I really dig the new way that they're doing these effect pieces because honestly, I had no clue how else you could do them. I am just so happy to have a really cool Dr. Fate on the shelf, and much like Two-Face, in my opinion, this is the best Dr. Fate figure you could possibly get at this scale. That's why he gets the number 3 spot.
Number 2.
Taking number 2, I'm giving it to Thanos. Now man, this is one big beefy, badass figure from Mezco, and I think he's just so incredible. Yes, probably the main issue that most people are going to have is going to be his articulation. He's very bulky, so he's going to be very limited, and I understand your grievances. But for me, I just want a big, stocky, intimidating looking figure on the shelf, and Mezco definitely gave that to us. I love all the gold paint. The two-tone gold paint looks really good. He has some of the best face sculpts I've seen on any Mezco figure. I think the soft goods are so dope looking. It really gives that Mezco flair, which I really love. And man, that Infinity Gauntlet is super impressive. How they designed that, where the lighting can shine through all the different gems all around the knuckles. I just think that's super cool. I love this piece so much. I think Thanos is such a great character, and I think Mezco absolutely knocked it out of the park with this piece. Number one. Taking the number 1 spot, I'm giving it to Vapor. Now this figure speaks to me on so many levels. As a professional artist, I think this figure just says so much about my childhood, growing up in the hood, being a street type of artist, being an artist in general, all the different accessories that we get in the detail of those spray cans with the little BB in it. I mean, the overspray effect on those cans, the different types of paint markers. I mean, that is just crazy, man. Giving him a really good articulated body helps so much, but also all the different interchangeable clothing and soft goods you can have. You have a cap, a vest, a jacket, a sweater. I mean, there's just so many endless options for this character. He even has flocked hair. That's really crazy, but he is such a unique piece. I love this figure, and I cannot wait for the other Hoods characters. He is so badass. That's why Vapor gets the top spot. So there it is, guys. My top 10 Mezco 112 collective action figures for the first half of 2021. Now, do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Would you rearrange? Are there some that came out in 2021 that I missed? Let me know in the comments below. But man, this has been a great year so far for Mezco, and I am super stoked to see what the rest of the year brings. I wonder if any of these will make my top 10 list by the end of this year. Who knows? There's still a lot more to come, and as usual, I'm pretty sure a lot of things will get pushed back to 2022, so you guys know how that goes. But still, I've loved every last one of these pieces. I am so happy to see what we'll get in the future, and I cannot wait to have even more Mezco figures in my collection. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.